Well folks, good morning and welcome to the top end of Westernport. Drone fishing. How cool is this? One of my favourite land-based spots. I haven't fished it in many years. This is Stockyard Point. Now, traditionally Stockyard Point, you'd fish it on a low tide because you can walk out and access the deep channel. However, I'm drone fishing. So I've just deployed 2 baits. I'm actually dropping baits in between the rain bands, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But we are the middle of October. Top end of Westernport fishes pretty well for snapper at this time of the year. There's also the chance of a good gummy shark. I've put 2 squid heads out. I've got one at 160 metres, and that one just there, I just dropped at 350 metres. I've got 600 metres of 50-pound braid on one reel. It's a long way to wind back in. But anyway, we're going to sit here. We're going to fish the run-out tide, and we're going to see what action we can get. Hopefully a gummy, hopefully a nice snapper from here. It'd be really cool. But now it's just a waiting game. So as I mentioned, I've got 2 squid baits out. I'm just running a 10-foot rod, because that's all I've got at the moment, and this 15-footer, which is great because it gives me some really good height, especially in this wind. It's supposed to only be like 4 knots, but it's actually backed off a little bit. It was blowing about 7 or 8 when I dropped the first bait in, but the drone did it fine. A couple of different baits. We've got some squid heads. We've got some old salmon. I got some nice silver trevally we caught the other week when I happened to get a hook in me. For those that follow me on Facebook, have a look. Circle hook under the fingernail. Was not nice. But anyway, now it's just a waiting game. Like I said, we got baits at 350 and one at 160. So now we'll just see. One's got a circle hook. The other one's got a twin suicide. And I can't really set the hook from this distance. So I'm just hoping that whatever fish grabs it just swallows the bait. I don't want to have to try and hook it because it's not going to happen. Anyway, let's sit back, relax, and hopefully get a bite. Alright, well, just a quick change of baits. So I might leave it out for another 10 minutes or so. We're right on the top of the tide change now. And then I might wind it back in and then deploy another bait. Hold on. Wow, this is getting exciting. This is getting exciting. Not gonna like this. Bait change. Righto, bait check done. Wasn't that great fun, but anyway, 2 baits deployed. Squid head on that one, squid head on that one. That one I got out to about 320. I think the wind's a little bit stronger out there because the drone was going like really slow. And this one I dropped at 200 on a bit of an angle because we're going to get the run out tide now. So these are sort of facing down that way. That one's definitely in the channel. So happy days, let's see what happens. Battery power on the drone's not that great in this wind, and carrying that weight that far, I'm basically getting about 4 drops per battery. Mind you, the drone's pretty old, so, and I dare say the batteries are too, so I think I'm going to have to invest in a few new batteries if I can still get them. Hopefully I can, because it'd be nice to be able to drop more baits than, I can't do math, 12. Mind you, they sit out there for half an hour, if not longer anyway, so, unless they get eaten. But still, technology for you. Here's me just whinging, babbling on because I'm whinging about droning baits out to deep water. Anyway, so much fun. We are on. Yeah, we're on. Woo! I don't know what we've got here, but we're on something. Hopefully not a flatfish. Because we are 350 meters out. Oh, geez. This is going to be a very long fight, folks. Strap yourselves in. I'm not tired. You're tired. Whew. That is a long way to drop a bait and wind it back in. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. Here it is. Oh, it's a nice snapper. Oh, it's a nice snapper. Oh. That's a big red. That's a big red. That's a big snapper. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking like a leaf. Look at that. Look at that for a snapper off the beach. Wow. And that mustard demon circle right there. Right there. Whew. Baby. Whoa. Tell me that is not exciting. Woo, yeah. Oh man. A few photos. I'm gonna get this one back in the water. These fishes have to be 5 kilos. Wow, what an absolute beauty of a snapper off Stockyard Point. Get those drones out, fellas. 350 meters. I better stop talking about this one. Get another bait out. Well, unfortunately, time to say goodbye to this lovely spot. The wind has got the better of me and the drone is absolutely struggling. I think it's blowing about 10 knots, but it's not too bad. But once you put on about, I don't know, 400 grams, 300 grams of weight and you're flying into the wind, it's wearing out the batteries quite significantly. So unfortunately, with the wind up, I've got to call it a day because my batteries in the drone are flat. And well, who cares? What a snapper off the beach. That was absolutely fantastic. I think I will invest in some more batteries just for future droning episodes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I had an absolute ball. Time for a long walk back. Happy snapper, swimming away out there somewhere. Whew! What a great place to come land-based fishing, the top of Western Port.